Quiet noon, Grace rests on the sofa, golden hair draping her shoulder. Her breath is steady, face serene. Sunlight filters through the window. Alice tiptoes forward, clutching the shiny clipper. Her eyes dart nervously, heart pounding, afraid that Grace might wake up. The clipper trembles in her hand as her eyes shift from her mother to the golden hair, torn between curiosity and fear of being caught. Alice clicks the clipper on. The buzzing fills the quiet room. A golden lock from Grace falls to the floor. Alice clutches the freshly cut hair, heart racing fast. Her wide eyes sparkle with both shock and thrill. With the hair clutched tight, her little steps skip with excitement, already dreaming of selling it for some pocket money. The engine roars as she rides off through the streets, eager to sell her treasure. The motorbike halts in front of a hair shop. Alice hops off, clutching the bundle tightly, eyes sparkling as she stares at the sign above the door. The shop owner gapes at the golden hair in Alice's hands. "Oh my, it's gorgeous! Where did you get this?" Alice beams with joy, tiny paws counting each bill she just received. Her eyes sparkle, heart bubbling with innocent happiness. Riding the motorbike, Alice waves the money gleefully in the air. The bills flutter in the wind, her innocent smile shining with pure delight. The motorbike stops at a colorful toy shop. Inside the shop, Alice gazes around with excitement. Her sparkling eyes follow every colorful toy. Alice beams brightly, hugging a teddy bear almost her size. Joy sparkles in her wide, round eyes. Alice places the teddy bear on the counter, handing the stack of bills to the cashier. The lady smiles, the scanner beeps, tick, and the toy officially becomes hers. On her little motorbike, Alice happily carries the giant teddy bear behind her. Through the busy streets, the odd duo looks both funny and adorable. In the quiet room, Grace slowly sits up, eyes still drowsy. She stretches softly, unaware of the strange change on her head. Grace runs the comb through her hair, then freezes. Uneven short strands fall into view, her eyes widening in shock. Grace rushes to the mirror. Seeing the jagged hair staring back at her, she lets out a piercing scream that echoes through the room. At the doorway, Alice clutches her teddy tightly, startled by her mother's scream, smile fading as the weight of her mistake sinks in. Alice lowers her head, clutching the teddy, voice trembling. "I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to." Tears stream down her cheeks. Grace pauses, then bends down to hug Alice tightly. "I forgive you," she whispers, anger melting away, leaving only love. As evening falls, Grace holds Alice's hand while they stroll down the quiet street. Their shadows stretch long in the golden light, smiles shining after the storm. From across the street, Peggy's family spots them. They point and laugh mockingly, eyes filled with scorn toward Grace and Alice. Hearing the mocking laughter, Grace freezes. Her hand instinctively touches the uneven hair, cheeks flushing with shame. Before Peggy could say more, her orange kitten raised a phone. Click. A mischievous grin spread as he snapped a photo of Grace's uneven hair. Laughter spreads loudly. Passers-by catch sight of the photo and join in the teasing, eyes fixed on Grace. Alice looks up at her mother, noticing the tears welling in Grace's eyes. Her little heart sinks, smile fading into quiet sorrow. Grace walks away wearily, head bowed under the lingering laughter. Alice trails behind in silence, eyes filled with sadness as she watches her mother's heavy steps. Grace drags herself onto the bed. She lies on her side, eyes shut, letting the heavy sadness pull her into sleep. Alice tiptoes closer to the bed. She gazes at Grace, sleeping soundly, sadness lingering on her face, and the kitten's tiny heart aches with sorrow. Turning to the viewers, Alice's eyes teary. "Please give me a like and subscribe, so I'll have the strength to fix my mistake." At night, Alice rides her little motorbike through the dense forest. Headlights cut through the darkness. Alice rows a small boat across the sea. Waves crash loudly, each stroke tiny, yet her eyes shine with unwavering determination. Alice opens a small parachute, descending right onto Peggy's rooftop. The wind roars as she heart racing fast. She tiptoes onto the porch. Alice slowly turns Peggy's doorknob, the faint click making her heart pound wildly. The clipper buzzes loudly in the room. Alice boldly runs it back and forth, orange strands from Peggy falling until her head is shaved bare. Clutching the bundle of orange hair, Alice leaps onto a helicopter. The blades whirl loudly, lifting her into the sky. Back home, Alice lays the bundle of orange hair on the table. She carefully dyes it a bright red. The humming fills the room, warm air blowing. Then she carefully straightens the hair until it shines smooth. She gently places the shiny red wig on Grace's head as her mother sleeps soundly, seeing the new look. Grace yawns and slowly wakes up. Her hand touches the red wig. She pauses for a moment, then smiles softly. On a breezy afternoon, Grace holds Alice's hand as they stroll through the park. Her bright red hair gleams in the sunlight. In the middle of the park, bald Peggy glances around. The moment she sees Grace's fiery red hair, she grits her teeth, jealousy boiling fiercely inside her.